Hi everybody. So again, more chapter 32 work. In the last little bit, you saw me working on the right cargo bay floor skin, which I'm continuing to work on. Here we're actually putting on the nut plates. So the edge nut plates, no problem. Those are pretty simple. You can do them with a squeezer. What I actually do is, to save time, is I cleco each nut plate once, generally on the left, as you're looking at it from where I'm standing. So if you think about where I am, and as you're looking at the project, so I've got just a line of nut plates in front of me. I cleco in the left side, and that way I can easily squeeze in the right rivet, and then I remove all the clecos, and then I do all the left rivets. And then I point down a bag of Doritos. The reason I do it that way, it's one of these things where building this thing it's fun, but as an engineer, I'm always looking for ways to, make my time more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm always looking to work smarter, not harder. Which is ironic, because that's something I hate. I fucking hate that phrase. Work smart, not hard. You know what? Work hard at working smart, right? Don't just work smart and assume that you're doing it right, because you probably aren't. I write code for a living, and let me tell you, no one writes perfect code, perfectly refactored code the first time. No one. Nobody. If they do, they're not human. So yeah, we're continuing to work. I'm working on the access panels for the steps. I'm down to the point where I can't get any more of the rivets with the squeezer, and I've got to use a rivet gun. Now, I could get them with the squeezer. There's basically 4 rivets that the yokes I have for the squeezer, the yokes won't fit in there. There's a much smaller yoke that you can get for your squeezer. Let me find a picture of it here, actually. So this is the yoke I'm talking about. Right? The rivet head goes on to the right, or the rivet set goes on to the left side, right? It's a really small thing. That you use for, riveting the outer edge of access panels, etc., etc. Well, I don't have that. So it's time to use rivet gun. As you can see, it's a little bit of a pain. It's very close quarters. You got to put a bucking bar on the inside, and then hold a rivet gun from the outside. And sometimes you're holding that bucking bar with 2 fingers. Right, it's very small. But of course we get it done. Except for 2 rivets aside, I simply cannot get to. So once again, I bravely suck it up and pop rivet them. There's Ted. Ted's come by. I hadn't seen Ted in a couple of weeks, or anyone really. Been in Europe. Ted needed a little rivet therapy desperately, so I was like, great, I got plenty of metal for you to deburr. And it's the pieces for the next step, which is actually, no, I'm sorry, it's not the next step, it's the step after next. So the next step is going to be putting in the flat motor brackets and a center channel that does both hold the flat bracket, and of course it also helps strengthen up the crossbar across the fuselage. So we'll be working on that, which I assume is what I'm doing in there without actually pointing a camera in. So anyway, in the next video we are definitely going to be working on that, as well as the rest of chapter 32. There's Victor, came by, give me the thumbs up on a bunch of stuff. So, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.